All right. Do you know what the thumbnail was? It was black man versus black women. So they basically want y'all to fight each other. First of all, between black men versus black women, man versus women, it's always a fight against each other, you know? But it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't. Uh, and then the title, the YouTube title, says I only date white men. Middle ground, whatever that is. But let's see.
That say they want thugs, they want the gangster type. I've seen so many black women that say they want thugs, they want the gangster type. They feel protected. I've seen men give them STDs and they're still banging on his door like I love you. I'm like, who's really the fool here, you know?
Ooh. But she said but like she got offended by that. Maybe you are one of them. Maybe you are one of them. You know what I mean?
Thugs the only ones that are giving out STDs? Is that what we're saying? And I have to majority. Oh, you're talking to a public health background right now. Let me tell you.
I prefer to date outside my race. Step forward if you agree with the prompt.
Realistically, I would definitely.
First of all, as we know now from um this video right here, one black radical versus 20 black conservatives, featuring Amanda Seals. Amanda Seals said that race got invented. Now think about it. What did she mean by that? You can watch the video. Please watch my reaction video, and look. When she said that, um, because she basically said race got invented. Ethnicity is something else, right? That is biologically and so on. But race, a race thing, the race thing got invented, like Asian race, black race, for us to be in conflicts with each other. So, and I asked ChatGPT, and it really got invented by a German guy and somebody else. And I'm like, wow. Well, not really wow, because I'm not shocked, because every word, like race, got invented by somebody, like by a person, by a human being, aka the ego, aka the thought. So a race is not real, so we are all human beings with different ethnicities, but we are all human beings. We shouldn't like separate each other. You know what I mean?
Want to marry a black man. I know that we've experienced a lot of trauma in our community, and I think that trauma stems back from our colonizers, which have put us against each other, and it makes it difficult for us to come together and be healthy in a relationship, if that makes sense.
For me personally, growing up mixed, just because I did grow up more so with my mom on the white side of my family, just when it came to dating experiences with black men, if anything, they would always tell me, oh, you're really white, or just really racial comments about how I'm mixed that makes me uncomfortable. Like, at the end of the day, I'm black. Right. I understand.
Are you though? Are you at the end of the day black? Because other black people, who identify them as black people, black men and women, would say otherwise. Like, you are not black. You are 50% black, and 50% white. You know what I mean? It depends on who is whose opinion is it, because it's just an opinion. Biologically, you are 50% white, 50% black. But if we're talking about origins, we are coming from the origin, 1, 2, 3, Africa. So we basically are all, from the same source. So what are we really talking about? You know what I mean? Like let not like she identifies herself as black, maybe, at the end of the day, I am black. Well, I could also say, some would say I look Asian, but I identify myself as a light skin. Just because.
And that I grew up predominantly on the white side of my family, but people don't see me on the street and think that's a white woman. Like
Right. They're gonna look at you as a black woman.
Yeah, I'm a black woman.
And you're gonna go through the experiences that a black woman go through.
Yes, versus always bringing up that I have a white mama or I act a certain way because I grew up white. It's just, I'm me. I grew up how I grew up. And so if I am gonna be in a relationship with a black man, I would like him to just not bring that up. But in my experience, that's been a constant conversation topic.
Can the disagreeers step forward now?
My mom, she was adopted by a white family man. She's also half white. Yep. And my parents were divorced after a while, and so I spent a lot of time with her, and we did things that were white, like I was in Boy Scouts, and we camped, and we did all these different things that just weren't quote unquote black. I was reminded that I talked like a white boy all the time. Mm-hmm. And those sort of things, they can add strain. Is that me saying
why is it so loud?
I wouldn't date a black girl? Of course not. Like, of course they can add strain. Is that me saying I wouldn't date a black girl? Of course not. Like, of course I try to. I date anybody, but I just think in practice, for whatever reason, circumstantially, it doesn't always happen all the time.
I grew up in a very white area as well, but I found that when I started dating, even though it was only white girls surrounding me, they didn't understand my identity. Mm-hmm. So I was just gonna ask.
Come on, bro. What is your identity? Because identity, what you identify yourself is in your mind. Your identity. I identify myself as a woman. Now my identity is a woman. Wait a minute, I changed my mind. I identify myself now. I want to cut, my genitals off and so on, and have a higher voice and so on, make myself boobs, cut myself again, and then I identify myself as a transsexual. Wait, that's not what I really want. I was confused. I'm sorry. I want to go back. Guess what? You can't go back like that. Like you can, but you can probably you can somehow. But then you go again, cut up yourself and so on, and then identify yourself as a man. Stop identifying yourself, Just look what you are, right? What you have, and thank God and be grateful for it, okay? If you are religious. If you are not, then just face reality, because for me, if you see, well, a fact is I am from Asia. My parents are from Laos. So I am Laotian, but I was born in Germany. What do I identify myself with? With nothing. It's better that way. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have identity crisis. I don't. Because I don't identify myself. That's the point. All right, guys?
Like, did you or have you found that even though you were in those white situations, did you feel understood by the white women you were dating, or misunderstood?
Define understood, I guess. I don't.
Are there things that you would express, maybe like politically or identity-wise, that they might be like, I don't really understand that?
I think it's hard for other races to completely understand what it's like being black and that experience. That's not to say that they can't be empathetic and sympathetic and understand and listen to you and learn things. But fundamentally, I just think a black woman is going to have a different perspective.
So I'm from St. Louis. I'm not from California. I'm not from LA. So I'm from a predominantly black area. And so growing up, there was only one white person in my class. And so I've only been exposed to our community. And to both of you all's points, my mom is black, my dad is black, my family is predominantly black. So I've been around the black man my entire life. I have so much respect for the black man to where hearing a prompt say, I prefer to date outside my race, it kind of makes me think now, because I've never been exposed truly to the opposite end in such a depth way, to where I can look at another man from a different race and say, I wouldn't want to date you over a black man when I have had solely my experiences with them, good and bad. So whether I had that bad experience, it doesn't make me say, okay, I don't think I want to date black men anymore. I want to go and date a white man. They're going to treat me better. I feel like as a man, you all should be treated as a species in itself. And you all have very intense ways of thinking, and I
can
feel
go both ways.
Yeah, so, true. So I don't think that it has too much to do with race in itself. We have to take a deeper dive into men.
Do you think sometimes that women or black women, since we're talking to black women, can sort of superimpose what they believe a black man should be?
Sure. Sure. Yeah, like you said, I have to say sure, but I think it honestly just depends. I think this will totally get off topic if you really want me to dive deeper into it. Truthfully, because I know that as a black woman, you can see there's black men who are excelling. There's black men who treat their women right. There's black men who honor and respect black women. And then you have black men who, although you all didn't step forward, would say, I don't want a black woman. I watched my mom struggle. I don't like black hair. I don't like black women's attitude. I don't like how they speak. I don't like how they don't respect men. I don't like the fact that they are not subservient enough for me. Yeah. So I do believe that we're on the totem pole. We want.
Is that a problem?
Which one?
The black man that doesn't like any of the things that you just mentioned.
It's not a problem. I think it's a preference thing. I think that we've been dating the wrong people. You see that this woman is very loud and strong-willed. You know that you don't like that. Don't date her.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Because I come from a similar background with you two. I grew up in Memphis, but I'm from Chicago. And most women down there, you know, and most women in the South generally are masculine.
Really?
A little. And most women in the South generally are masculine.
Really?
A little.
Hey, if you saw a few rap videos, you should know, bro. Like they having a blicky, and they kill people. That's how they are. You know what I mean? They are rapping. They are more masculine than men sometimes. You know what I mean? They will fight men. They are not scared of men. They think they are above men. Like these are extreme feminists, I would say. So extreme that they are not feminine anymore. They are more masculine than men. And that is crazy, And then rapping about it, smoking weed and so on. I have a bigger genital, penis than your man, for example. And I'm like, whoa, okay, all right. So that's the path we are going. I getcha.
A little too rough. A little too rough on the guy,
In the South, can you explain just masculine? Like I just want to know specifically kind of what you mean.
Come on.
Instead of saying like nice hi, they're like what's up? What's up, my guy?
Okay. Okay.
It just seemed a little more. It makes sense because it's a little more dangerous. So it's like their defense, based on the prompt. Like I disagreed because I don't date based off race. I date based off who I attract, and I generally attract women outside of black women because of my characteristics, the way I live.
I prefer black
who I attract and date based off race. I date based off who I attract, and I generally attract women outside of black women because of my characteristics, the way I live.
I prefer black women. I attract a lot of black women, but I'm open to dating all types of women. I have
One thing though, for me, I never had a black women, I would love to. And the beautiful thing is now black women also are, my bad, also are attracted to other r- races, ethnicities. You know what I mean? And that is the beautiful part from the internet and so on and so on. We are now really multinational. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't really matter anymore. I feel like, well, I see it. More interracial couples than ever. I would say because of airplanes and so on. We travel a lot, and I love it. And I love it because it shouldn't be about your skin color, the way you look, and so on. If you love a human being and want to be partner with them, so be it, bro. So be it. If it's Asian, white, Asian, black, black and white, brown and white, and so on and so forth, right? It is just beautiful to see, because the kids that are born are mixed, right? And mixed kids are beautiful. They are just beautiful, like every kids are beautiful, but they have like it's like a new thing, like, not new thing, but like a new. I never saw that kind of new. You know what I mean? Like Asian and black is like rare. Well, not as rare, but it's still rare, and they have features which is interesting to see because I never saw that. Or Asian and white and so on. You know what I mean? Like it is really interesting, and I like the way we are going with this, but I don't like the way that we are going with identifying ourselves with something. You know what I mean? It shouldn't matter, and it doesn't because, for example, for me, I love all women. You know what I mean? All ethnicities. And that's the beauty of it. I just love women, and it doesn't really matter. Like they can have black hair, red hair, blonde hair, brunette hair, white, black, brown, light skin, whatever they are. If they are beautiful, it is beauty. Beauty is beauty. You know what I mean? And you can't take it away from a human being. Amen.
in the past. But when I do date black women, I definitely date a specific type of black women, not the representation that we have on the East Coast. That statue. Are you guys familiar with that by any chance? I find
That
it.
was in New York.
Yeah, is it in New York?
I think so. In
Yeah.
Times Square of the
Yeah, yeah.
black lady.
I don't date. I mean, everyone knows that black woman. I find it that they can be very. It's almost like they try to be the man in the relationship, and there can only be one man in the relationship. And when it comes to relationships, the man is always going to take the path of least resistance. And so, yeah, I usually date black women, but it wouldn't be that particular kind.
When you say that particular kind, because that was just a statue, can you go?
Well, but it's a representation, right? It's
But
even.
it was just like we have an image here, and this is the image, and you look at it. You don't know this woman. You've never had a conversation with this woman. You don't
See, I
know
would
who
say that I
she
do
is.
know that woman.
From the looks of her,
Yeah, I would say
could
that I
tell
know
that
So
exactly.
are
who
we
that
saying
probably doesn't
because
take
let's
care
go
of
into it?
herself.
Are we saying because she's a
Health-wise.
dark-skinned, heavy-set black woman? Is that what you guys getting at? Because that's we only have a visualization of who
Yeah,
she
that's
is.
the representation.
Wait a minute. Black woman statue. Oh yeah, New York. Give me 1 second, and y'all analyze that. All right. I need to turn on the lights. Oh, that's her? Yeah, that's her. That has to be her. Yeah. Give me 1 second. That's her. That's her. Yeah. Give me one. Yeah, give me a better one. Like what the bro? Bro, what is this? What is this? You got to be kidding me. Like, for what reason did they. Now, hear me out, alright? I know exactly what they mean. You know what I mean? Like, she is built already, like, powerful. You know what I mean? Like, she already looks more masculine than me, bro. Like, she could throw me in the air and leave me there. Shout out to Kai Thanet. Alright? And the way it's like a feminist, black women feminist ish vibes. You know what I mean? It combines feminism, the movement of feminism, the movement of black BLM, and I hope not, but it could also be a movement of LGBTQ. The three movements that got funded by a few people that just wants us to be more like conflicted with each other. You know what I mean? And guess what? They did it. Like, they did it. You know how many arguments and discussions there are about LGBTQ versus straight and feminist versus male? You know, female versus male nowadays. And black versus other races. Like there is no ending to it. Like there is like look at this channel, right? Black man versus black women. One black radical versus 20 black conservatives. Uh do all black men think the same? Like why is it about black all the time, bro? Or LGBTQ or gay and so on? Like but I like it. I like it. I like it because that's where I can talk about things I want to talk about because these are important things. Like because it's not important who we are dating and so on. Why should it be black man versus black women? You know what I mean? Come on.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
I wouldn't date that particular kind of woman. And,
Gotcha.
Stereotypes
and then when you
come into
start
play.
talking about weight and stuff in the black community, it can
Yeah.
be really sensitive for the women, but that does play into attraction.
That needs to be a conversation that we need to have, though.
We always have it, and they don't want to hear it.
Exactly.
Like Lizzo, body positivity.
Right.
I mean, she's
Try,
right?
you know,
Ooh. Now that's what it was. Also, like the fat shaming and so on. And I have a talk also about it because I was very fat. When I was 15, 16, I went from like 70 to 99. Like I always said, I'm not going over 100, right? So only 90, only 99. And now I have like, um, how do you say it? Like, what pregnant people have, you know? You see that? And I have it, and I was really fat. Now, fat shaming, because if it's just a little bit, they always say, yeah, it's fat shaming. Yeah, it's body shaming. You shouldn't do that, right? But the thing is sometimes, like, it's like you should, you should try get a little bit more healthy, a little bit more fit. Some say right away, okay, that's fat shaming. That's body shaming. Let's cancel them. Let's try to cancel him because he said that. But it is true that you are unhealthy when you're fat. It is true. I was fat. I was unhealthy. I ate unhealthy stuff. I ate unhealthy amount of food. That is unhealthy. That is unhealthy not just for your body, but also for your mind. So that's something you have to understand, bro. That's really something you have to understand. And I don't care if it's male or female who is fat. If you are fat, it is bad. It is unhealthy. All right, all right.
Try
I
telling
got
that
a
black
little
woman
bit
about
too.
Accountability is what I noticed.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree. Accountability, major accountability.
Yeah.
You said you date people that you attract. I think that's really important that he said that. Because at the end of the day, like we can talk about who our preferences are, whatever. You can only date who wants to date you. At the end of the day, which is why I asked the question about superimposing what you think a black man should be onto a black person. I feel like a lot of the qualities I bring to the table, other races seem to appreciate and value a little bit more.
What qualities
Yeah.
are they?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's talk
Um,
about it. Because at the end of the day, it is also your preference. Like your preference are probably, I don't have anything against white girls and so on, but your preference is probably white girls. Like I can see it, bro. I can see it in your soul, bro. When I look at you, I can see it.
Okay, so I've heard a bunch of times growing up, like, oh, like I want like a thug, for instance, and I understand like that's
That's major in the South.
stereotypical.
That's major in Memphis.
It is major, even in California now.
That's
I mean,
major,
like
yeah, here,
it's
yes.
it's like I guess I kind of understand what some of the appeal of that might be, I suppose, but at the same time, like if we're trying to like build a healthy community, why are we prioritizing that?
That bores
For
a lot.
some
Of,
people.
that bores a lot of women in the black community.
But that's my
When
point.
you start
Like,
talking
yeah.
about positive things and stuff like that, they want somebody that's going to be destructive generally.
I disagree.
Degenerate.
Mm. Mm. They want the a-hole, yeah, because those, ah, that's what I heard, right? I don't know. Those a-holes that looks very good, but also like thugs and so on, because they have intercourse a lot, right? So they probably have some kind of money. They deal with drugs. They have weapons. They are dangerous and so on. And get, some women get wet, you know, because either they like drugs, they like thugs, because of rappers and so on. They want a man that is dangerous. So it's a little bit like adrenaline. And the best part is his D game is strong. You know what I mean? Because he is doing it so often with HOES that, like, congrats, my brothers, like my thugs. Y'all getting the HOES, but is it really love? No, never that. You know what I mean? Like, you can see it all the time. And she disagreeing. Why? Because she is, how you say, predominantly lived in a black neighborhood. So let's see what she's saying.
I don't disagree at all.
I
I've seen
disagree.
so many black women that say they want thugs, they want the gangster type, they feel protected. So much so
You
to the
gotta
point
have
to
a
where,
gun.
yeah, they like the emotional highs and lows is like sex in and of itself to her. I've seen women like this where I've seen men give them STDs and they're still banging on his door like I love you. I'm like, who's really the fool here, you know?
But are
So-
thugs the only ones that are giving out STDs? Is that what we're saying? And
Majority.
I have to majority.
Majority.
Oh, you're talking to a public health background right now. Let
My
me
bad,
let
my
me,
bad.
let me tell you. It is not thugs. There is no line that says I am a thug. There are white men, black men, Puerto Rican men, I'm sorry, Hispanic, and in general, there's no percentage that says only thugs are giving the most STDs out. I'll tell you one thing.
So you don't know either. You don't know either. If there are no stats about it, you don't know either. But I'm telling you right now, Facts can be black, Hispanic, white, or whatever. Like rappers, drug dealers, and so on. They like to hit it raw, bro. Like, that is just a fact. If you see all these rappers, how many kids they have? At least two, bro. At least two. Let's see Offset, 21 Savage, Young Boy, Lil Baby. Just name a few. Travis Scott is still, just one we know of, or two. Drake, we only know of one, but believe me, bro, like they hitting it straight raw, bro. Like every time, like they don't give a fudge. You know what I mean? Hey, but congrats to y'all, bro. Like rappers really living their lives.
Black women, heterosexual black women, are the most high at risk for HIV right now, and it's not just from black men. It's from all men. That's why I want us to really dive deep into that. And then you're high at risk. One thing, black women, heterosexual black women, are the most high at risk for HIV right now, and it's not just from black men. It's from all men. That's why I want us to.
You said it, not me. That black women, most of the, like, mainly black women, have getting HIV because they are, I don't want to say they are on the streets. Let's just say they are outside a lot. They enjoy life a lot. You know what I mean?
Really dive deep into that. And then you're speaking of a community saying they only want thugs. I think education plays a major role in that, because if you're an educated woman, I'm an educated black woman from the trenches. Have you all heard that term? The
We
trenches.
wouldn't be talking to you then.
No.
You wouldn't be the archetype.
No,
but there is
course.
a large majority of black women.
Like, where are the studies?
Yes.
Yeah. But she got offended like a lot. Why is the question? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get offended if somebody is talking about something that is not like about me at all. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just get offended like that.
Coming from
where are the studies coming from? The numbers, the CDC, who?
Like specific
local,
city, state,
nationally.
Okay.
Nationally.
Can I just say something?
Jubilee, give me a fact check, bro. Like you did it on the one black radical for the 20 black conservative. I need a fact check about this. I don't want to ask ChatGPT right now. All right, let's ask ChatGPT. Give me 1 second, okay? As long you can look at my face, my chopped face. All right. Who received the most HIV in the USA by gender and ethnicity? We are trying to stop saying race. You know what I mean? Come on. The latest US data is as of 2023. By gender, males account for the overwhelming majority of HIV diagnosis, approximately 81%. Yeah, we males are really the HOES. You know what I mean? By ethnicity, Black/African American individuals have the highest burden. They accounted for 38% of all new HIV diagnoses. In 2022, Black individuals numbered 38%, Hispanic 32, despite being 18% of the US population. Thus, Black African American persons have the highest share of HIV diagnosis by ethnicity. Among females, in 2023, among females, Black African American made up half 50% that they represented only about 13% of the female. Okay, basically, it is not female blacks, but male blacks are dominantly, doing the HIV, having HIV. So basically, what I thought so, like men are more HOEs. It is like that, it just is though, bro. Like more males are putting it into different holes than the other way around. It's like that, bro. Like y'all can't, like these are statistics, and already if you are logically thinking, bro, like males love to fudge. You know what I mean? Like they love to sleep with other women and so on. You know what I mean? Like y'all can't tell me otherwise.
And I think we also need to look at what you said earlier, our environment. Why are we being quote unquote hostile? Why do we have these masculine futures? It's because we're put into these situations where we have to be a certain way or evoke certain characteristics. And although like certain things are portrayed online heavily, like, oh, black women like want to be like sexy red, black women want to be sexualized. So kind of something that we should all look at is taking
All right, all right. How many black women love sexy red? I am not even a black woman, but I love sexy red. Like really. Hoochie coochie. You know what I mean? Damn, bro. Like she is only doing bangers, bro. Like it's crazy.
assumptions out of the window because there are a lot of assumptions being brought up. So, like, who are you talking to right now? You're not talking to a heavy representation. Obviously, you're speaking with people who are heavily educated right now. So, kind of consider that. So, like, who are you talking to right now? You're not talking to.
We are not. I'm not we. They were not talking about y'all, but y'all are getting offended by it. Like, bro, these black men. Okay, not only black men, but also the three black women are highly educated. I'm not saying that, but they are getting offended for what reason? Like they just said, majority of the black women, something like that.
A heavy representation. Obviously, you're speaking with people who are heavily educated right now. So, kind of consider that and notice that, you're not always going to find a black woman that is ghetto. You could also find a very smart black woman. You're not always going to find a smart white girl. You could find a very ghetto white girl. And stereotypes are very important in conversation.
Her looks is already giving me bougie, bougie, but also she can get ghetto. You know what I mean? She looks a little bit like the black woman on the New York statue. So she probably could beat me up here. Like, yeah.
Like this because we need to throw them out the window.
Black men are intimidated by successful black women.
It's good that you're being real with yourself, though.
By successful black women.
Hey, I'm not a black man, so I don't know, but if you get intimidated because black women, like your own community, you always say your own community, are more successful than you and you're getting intimidated, y'all are some P word. You know what I mean? Like kittens.
It's good that you're being real with yourself, though. That's important.
Wait. Okay. I will say, like, sometimes, I'm not going to say all black men are. I know I've heard from plenty of my friends and plenty of older women that I know who are kind of successful, and they're like, yeah, it's really hard to date because men will be like, oh, you make more money than me or something.
You guys like to say that we shouldn't compare, as women, we shouldn't compare ourselves to men because we'll never be the same as you guys. But you guys do that with us. Compare yourselves to us. Like, I don't make as much as her, or I don't have.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What do you say? What?
Wait. Okay. I'm not gonna say all black men are, but I know I've heard from plenty of my friends and plenty of older women that I know who are kind of successful, and they're like, yeah, it's really hard to date because men will be like, oh, you make more money than me or something.
You guys like to say that we shouldn't compare, as women, we
You guys like to say that we shouldn't compare as women.
shouldn't compare ourselves to men because we'll never be the same as you guys. But you guys do that with us.
Who, like, maybe some say that, some black men said that, but you are not talking for all black men, bro. A girl, because not all black men think that way. You know what I mean? Like, it is just not, bro. A girl. And saying that only, what was it? Only you compare and we don't, is like, all right.
Compare yourselves to us. Like, I don't make as much as her, or I don't have all the degrees that she has.
I don't know if it's the same kind of comparison we're talking about, right? So
Yeah,
I think
please.
a lot of the time when people are saying women shouldn't compare themselves to men, is women shouldn't try to be men versus men comparing themselves to women. It's more like, am I fulfilling that traditional masculine role that's kind of expected? Now we.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. You enlightened her right now. She was like talking about something entirely different, bro.
Can have the conversation as to whether or not that's still apt for our time or not, whether that's still.
And I love the way they talk. You know what I mean? Like, I can really hear it out there. Really, very well educated. You know what I mean? And really good, like polite and so on. Like they have manners and so on. You know what I mean? That's what I really like. Because some of the videos I saw from black men and black women on the internet, I'm sorry. Of course, it is a portray, but it's also happening. Like it's not happening. That y'all are really violent, and really animalistic. But also, of course, whites can also be very animalistic, brown, Asians, whatever, right? It depends, but majority, I'm sorry, I saw that I saw videos of the black community. I just saw it. It's not like I really think that way, but it's not looking that good. You know what I mean?
Relevant. I would say it is, just because it seems like people seem to appreciate, at least from my perspective, women seem to appreciate men who make more than them still.
Intimidation is a form of insecurity.
Wait.
I would say it is, just because it seems like people seem to appreciate, at least from my perspective, women seem to appreciate men who make more than them still.
Intimidation.
I can have the conversation as to whether or not that's still apt for our time or not, whether that's still relevant. I would say it is, just because it seems like people seem to appreciate, at least from my perspective, women seem to appreciate men who make more than them still.
Intimidation is a form of insecurity. So that stems from lack of communication and not dating someone on your level. Not you specifically, but if the person is not dating someone on your level, not you specifically, but if the person isn't dating someone on their level, there needs to be that communication, because obviously that person is with you for other reasons. I don't want to make the broad statement that it's all black men, because it's not. It's specifically black men that, for whatever reason in their own life, they're not happy with where they are at. They have some sort of
It's not a race thing. It is all men, and all women. Like when you say
reason in their own life, they're not happy with where they are at.
Like a lot of people are not happy where they are at right now. It's not just black men. It is black men, black women, Asian women, brown men, brown women, white men. Like a lot of people, just human beings in general, are not happy where they are at right now. But guess what? Where are you at right now is always in the now. You know what I mean? Like, come on, guys. Get some spiritualism in your soul, bro. Like, y'all really need it. Because if you are in the now, guess what? It's not about. You will be happy if you are really in the now, but you are not in the now. You are somewhere else from thinking to the past or to the future, but you are never in the now. That's why you're never happy because you are not happy with what you got right now. Like I have a roof over my uh over my head. I have clothes. I have even internet and a PC, bro. Like, am I thankful for it? Yes. Am I like really happy? No, but there are moments that where I'm happy. You know what I mean? But most of the times it's sadly a grind. Like when I react to these videos, I'm not happy. You know what I mean? Like I am serious, more likely. And sometimes a little bit goofy. It depends on how strong my ego is showing and so on. But at least I am grateful, you know what I mean? But the thing is, I don't want to work. Of course, it's an ego thing. I don't want to work. So I have to work and I do it, you know, that way because that's how I can also influence a lot of people, content creator. You know what I mean? What I mean, influencers. So that's where I'm at right now.
They have some sort of insecurity. Maybe it's career insecurity, financial insecurity. So if they're with that archetypal strong black woman, in my experience, instead of being like, oh, like that's awesome, you have a degree in this, you got this job, you did this, they're like, okay, big mama, you got money, big mama. I'm like, what the hell? Or like, I've even had experiences where they were
Like I'm telling you straight up, he is not. Wait a minute. He is not calling you Big Mama. He is more the type who's calling you man, bro. A girl. So if you. Now we are getting there. If you date a man, or specifically, of course, a black man who's calling you Big Mama, Big Mama, Big Mama, if you know the song, you know. But guess what? He's probably a little bit more ghetto, a little bit more of a thug. Congratulations, you made it.
like basically slut shaming me, talking down to me because I got a better job or I lost weight and people started noticing.
Slut shaming you and so on. Well, guess what? Thug mode. Bro, what is this?
That. So now I was a whore. But in my experience, if I've been with a black man who he is successful, he has a job that he likes, he's pursuing his hobbies, he has X, Y, and Z, comments like that are never made because he's not
supporting you.
Yeah, he's not internalizing your success as his failure.
Yeah.
Met that across all men. They just feel intimidated when you are successful. And in my experience too, I do tend to be more of a dominant black woman, and that across all men. They just feel intimidated when you are successful. And in my experience too, I do tend.
You probably mean almost all men.
To be more of a dominant black woman, and I know that's not everyone's cup of tea.
Oh, I thought so already. So you are not my top cup of tea. You know what I mean? Like I promised you that. Would I do it? Um, what did Drake said to Bobby Oddhoff? I mean, I would. You know what? No, it was something more funnier, but it doesn't matter.
And that's totally okay, but it does scare some men.
Does it make you feel like you shouldn't lead with, because I used to be the type of person, I would lead with like all my accomplishments or my businesses. I would lead with that thinking that, oh, he might like me even more because this is what I do, or, you know? So now it's just like, I don't like to share anything when I'm dating. Like, I don't do anything. I just sit at home.
What I've had to learn is because I used to diminish myself a lot.
Yeah.
When at the end of the day, I want something that's real. I want someone who's gonna love me for me and all that encompasses that. So I'm gonna be unapologetically 100% me. I'm loud, I talk my shit, I speak my mind, and if you don't like that, then you're not for me.
You're crazy. You're crazy. I said it. Look at her hair, bro. Look at her hair. The way she is making her hair, the way like how many tattoos she has, she will beat you up, bro. If you say something wrong, she will beat you up. Crazy.
That's what I don't.
Like the nails, they are giving violence. Straight up piss, bro. Like if you have long hair, she would grab your hair, bro, and beat you up like that. Like that crazy, bro. Like it is crazy.
I think that this specific prompt goes back to the original prompt. Men who prefer to date women outside of their race. I believe that I think that this specific prompt goes back to the original prompt. Men who prefer to date women outside of their race. I believe that it's not really a race thing, it's a class thing. And I honestly believe that if I'm a black woman and you already view me as a stereotypical black woman, loud, disrespectful, I don't respect black men, if you view me as that way, on top of me being successful. See, I don't have to be more successful than you. Sometimes men, specifically black men, believe that you don't need to have so much confidence in yourself. I feel like you are competing with me.
Yes.
My success does not revolve around your success. We should want to be successful together, which leads back to that specific detail about creating a healthy relationship.
Now let me tell you something. Three beautiful. Wait, what the three or four? Four beautiful people of color. You know what I mean? If y'all are successful than the man, would you say that he is basically not like you wouldn't be together with him because he is making less than y'all? Because I heard about a few women, more and more women, that they even say, I'm not dating him if he makes less money than me. And those women, most of the times, were already successful, like at least making a few bands. You know what I mean? Congrats to y'all, but the standards are really, really high. Like it is, you know what I mean? Like, bro, like if she's making, let's say, five bands, right? Five bands, and I'm making like two bands, and she's saying like, yeah, you make not as much money. It doesn't matter about how good we are connecting. You just making less than me. So I don't want you. I'm looking for somebody who is making more than me. And I'm like, all right, guess what? I'm gone.
Healthy black successful relationship, and I believe that black men view women who are very confident. I'm very confident in myself. I don't disrespect you. I respect you so much, but I respect myself more. And I think that men have a hard time toting that line of keeping my masculinity and upraising your femininity.
I think there's definitely some validity in that. I think however people decide to arrange like their marriage and their relationships, I think it's totally up to them. Like whatever roles you choose, that's up to you. If that works, if it's healthy, you should do that. I wanted to unpack the on your level thing that you said. So what does that mean on your level?
Whether that's financially, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, anything, or all of the above.
What?
Someone
On your level. It's up to you. If that works, if it's healthy, you should do that. I wanted to unpack the on your level thing that you said. So what does that mean on your level?
whether that's financially, emotionally, mentally.
I knew it. I knew it financially. I knew it. At least you have to make at least as much as her. If not, guess what? I'm not interested in you. If you make less than me, I'm not interested in you. And that's the crazy thing, bro. Like, oh my God. Nowadays, the standards are so high, bro. Of course, they are setting also a really high standard. I understand that. But as a man, nowadays, you have to make then even more than she does. And if she's making 5 bands, she already has a really high standard. Do you want to have such a high standard? Do you want to work your butt off like that and get that money also? Well, guess what? I do, right? But I'm not going to compete with you or something like that. I am like single. I like to be single because that's how I can focus on my stuff, on my craft that I'm doing right now a lot. But I'm not competing with you, and I don't care if you make more money or if you make less than me. You know what I mean? Because at the end of my career, I have a financial freedom where I make so much through investments and so on. I make so much that I retire my entire bloodline, bro, entire family and so on. You know what I mean? And of course, if I will then decide if I want to have a wife or not. But before I am not financially free, believe me, I'm not having a wife. I'm not having kids. No, no, no.
Psychologically, anything, or all of the above. Someone who
Yeah, all of the above. You need to be basically all of that on her level. If it's not, if it's too much of a level psychologically, guess what? No. If it's too low, guess what? No. Like you have to really be perfect now for this person, bro. Like this is crazy to me.
you feel you resonate well with, no insecurities. I feel like, I don't know, did that answer your question?
Yeah. I guess for the purpose of this conversation, want y'all's opinions on this. Do you think black women generally would date or marry a man who wasn't financially or had no prospects of being financially, socioeconomically on their level?
Yes.
Mm,
Absolutely.
See it every day.
Literally.
Every single day.
What?
Financially, for the purpose of this conversation, want y'all's opinions on this. Do you think black women generally would date or marry a man who wasn't financially or had no prospects of being financially, socioeconomically on their level?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
See it every day.
Literally.
Every single day.
I wonder why the perception isn't that then. Like I wonder where that comes from then. Like the majority, and I'm sure maybe someone will agree with me when they walk over here, because necessarily you're not going. I mean, black women are most educated right now. Like necessarily you are not going to probably find a black man who is on your level. Like it's just the numbers are not there. So a lot of black men might feel like, okay, you might just be settling because we're here now, but would you be dating me if it weren't somebody else?
I think that's actually really interesting that you mentioned that because it's something that is socially imposed. And I think a lot of men, not just
Why did he just walked over there and sat down, bro? Like that's not your turn, bro. Like wait a little bit.
black men, but men in general.
Wait, wait,
You
wait.
know, I think that's actually really interesting that you mentioned that because it's something that is socially imposed. And I think a lot of men, not just black men, but men in general, seek social validation from their peers. And so when other men look
Oh yeah, now it's just man, right? Only men seek social validation, not women, of course not. Oh my lord, bro. Like I could I could talk like the biggest speech of my life now, like but I'm not, bro. Like it is not just men, it is also women, bro. Like the things people say there, it's like it's not just men or women or black men or black women. It is human beings in general, most of them. All right, but not me, bro. Like I'm not seeking for validation, like at all. Like the things I say, bro. Nobody would like say, "Oh yeah, you're right." Like most of them wouldn't say so because it is about ego, it is about themselves, it is about their identity. So most of the people would say, "You are crazy." You know, you have such bad takes and opinions about things. Well, guess what? It's most of the times not opinions, it is straight facts. You know, if you have an identity, if you felt offended, guess what? You have an identity and you're not going to lose it. You're not, I guess.
at each other, they're like, okay, well, what are you doing for work? Are you making more money than me? You know, obviously they're more competitive with each other, and then obviously that brings competitiveness within the relationship, which is something that shouldn't be the case, but it is in a lot of situations.
The only reason I disagreed with the prompt is just because I agree with everything you guys are saying, but personally, because my mum, who's black, she was always very successful, so I've never like felt intimidated by success. But I agree with what you were saying, that I think that in my experience, if you aren't perceived to be on the financial level of a woman, then she'll just look past you straight away.
Now, look at her in the middle with the glasses. Like, I just know she looks straight past you, bro. Like, she's not looking, she's not even looking at you, bro. Like you are not existent, bro. Like, this is crazy. And this goes not for just black women. This goes also for other women, you know? But y'all want to make it an ethnicity, a race thing.
Way. I'm a musician, so like we know
You
look
saw
past you straight away. I'm a
who
musician.
who nodded? Who nodded? Who nodded? Two. And guess what? Why they nodded? They are like, yes, yes, we will. We will. She on the right, all the way on the right, on the green. She is not like that, and I could feel it off her vibes already. Like she is not that like that, but the other two, I promise you, they are like that. And even if you are more successful than them, you know, they still have that big talk. They still have that big mama talk. You know what I mean? They still beat you up some, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy.
So like she'll just look past you straight away. I'm a musician, so like we know that we're not going to be financially successful until it hits. So I'm always more like see my potential. But I think there are a lot of people who don't acknowledge potential. They're just like, you need money now, and that's all I'm going for.
That's me. I don't see potential.
My potential. So I'm always more like see my potential. But I think there are a lot of people who don't acknowledge potential. They're just
Yeah.
like, you need money now,
Yeah, that's
and
me.
that's all I'm going for.
That's me. I don't see potential.
I don't see potential. What are you talking about, bro? Like, nah, she's getting on my nerves, bro. I don't see potential, bro. It's like saying I don't see potential. I didn't see potential in myself either. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? Like, wow. And she is like really agreeing and saying it publicly. Like, how? Wow, bro. Like, so, oh my God. No, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it, bro. Like, there's just no way she's saying, I don't see potential. I don't see potential. I just see the money. I just see, like, I don't believe in black men who want to get somewhere. I need to see it now. And if I don't see it, guess what? Straight past you, bro. Crazy.
Yeah, I
What
I
did you
agree.
say about
Yeah,
that?
I'm 26.
Appreciate
I'm
the
26
honesty.
plus years.
Y'all are laughing. I am crying and I'm mad, bro. Like there is just no way she's saying that. And she was already getting on my nerves with the comparison, bro. She was already getting on my nerves. And now she's saying something like that, bro. You embarrassing yourself. Like you look fancy and all business and so on, but you are disgusting me. Yes, I said it. You are disgusting me. Like I am disgusted. Like this kind of personality I never want to be around with. And I will never because guess what? I can feel, I can smell that personality from a mile away, from 10 miles, bro. Like wow. Just wow.
There's so
Yeah.
much potential that honestly, when I first see you and you are not economically secure, I'm not looking at you. I don't have intentions on being the breadwinner. But
Right.
that being a breadwinner and being successful are two different things to me.
Can we have the disagree a step forward?
Please, please. Oh my, oh my God. Please. Black man, bro. Like, please say something, please. Please say it.
We'd love to hear
Welcome.
from
Yeah,
the
so I
disagreeers
strongly
first.
disagree. No man is intimidated by any woman because of her credentials. That's not the case. It's usually the character and traits that come with that.
Oh, oh, oh. Yes, 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 he said it with the character and traits, like the arrogance then they have, bro, because they are successful, bro. Like the ego, it is the ego thing, bro. Like it is so big, bro. Like they really think they are her, they are she or whatever the pronouns, the perfect pronoun is. Like they really think they are the boss. You know what I mean? Like feminism and so on. I am the boss too. I am a boss too. Also make money, not just you. So you don't tell me what to do and what not and so on. Beautiful said, brother. Usually the character and trait that come with it, and your character and trait, you with the green khaki suit on, ass. Character, ass. Traits, ass. Embarrassing. Disgusting. Ugly.
They usually have extremely high egos, and you can't tell them anything.
Bro is speaking facts, bro. Bro is speaking straight fire, bro. Yes. Yes, I was waiting. I was waiting for him, bro. I was waiting for him to come back on stage and just spitting straight facts, bro. And she's like, mm, yeah, he's kind of right. Oh, bro, like this.
And they usually come off extremely masculine. Like what you said. You said,
Oh, extremely masculine. My spiritual ego is on a high right now because yeah, yeah. Like this is the ego now, you know? The ego is in me right now. The spiritual is ego is in me and he is winning. He is right. Oh God,
it
dear
can
Lord.
be masculine and it might be too much for men. It's an attraction thing. Men are not attracted to masculine traits in women. That's what it is.
I don't think that's necessarily true because someone who
Oh, you are the one, girl. You two guys are the ones. You two are the guys. Like that is crazy, bro. Like look at her, bro. Like I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going a little bit too far. You know what I mean? I'm aware of that. Let me just calm down a little bit. Spiritual ego is enough. All right, let's settle it down again.
for example, I've known men who were intimidated because and jealous because I had a college degree and they did not. It's not just the trait that came with that. It was I have a diploma, they did not. It's not
Really? Wasn't it like, well, guess what? I have a diploma and you, bum, don't have a diploma. So don't talk to me like that. It's not jealousy. You know, it's just like of course there could be some men, you know, who are jealous because you have a diploma, but to be honest, a lot of men they don't give a fudge. You know, they men are still pretty simple, you know what I mean? If you are good looking, attracted to them, guess what? If you have a a kitty cat, guess what? They are good. You know, they are good. It's not about like jealousy and so on. Like, come on, bro. Like most of the time, it's not. Come on.
just my quote unquote masculine
Right.
traits that was a turnoff.
I would say that that might be.
Just the trait that came with that. It was I have a diploma, they did not. It's not just my quote unquote masculine
Right.
trait.
It's not just my. She's basically admitting that she has masculine traits. It's okay to have masculine traits as a woman, okay? But if it's too much, and believe me, it can be too much, and it is too much. You know what I mean? Like, you two guys, girls, masculine girls, y'all are too much. She on the left, you know, the khaki, uh, what is it? A khaki, uh, suit. She's crazy. All the way on the right, she is the most ordinary of y'all.
That was a turnoff.
I would say that that might be unique to him, but generally, it's the traits that come with it. It's not the degree. It's the traits.
Ah, bro, the wisdom you have, my brother. My okay, all right, let me chill. All right. I wanted to say my brother of color or something like that. All right, let me just chill, okay? But he is, hey, bro, he is speaking that fire. He's speaking that truth, bro. Like, you might be spiritual, bro.
Um, this idea of dating down and dating on your level stems from women. When men have money, they don't view it as dating down when they're with their women.
Yes.
You guys say that, not men. If a man has money and he's taking care of a woman, there's no point that he thinks he's dating down. He's just taking care of his woman.
I think it's dangerous.
Oh my God, bro, he's speaking. Bro, I love this guy, bro. I don't even know him. I love this brother. Yes, sir.
For a woman to date down because we see it all the time. Men.
You guys all said that you would, though. You guys all said that you would date someone that made less than you, and then you said that you didn't.
I didn't respond because
we
that's
agreed
not
that
true.
they're a woman.
Oh yeah, now they are back. Now they are saying no. I didn't. No, 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 no. Females, bro. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, please don't come at me, please. Please don't unsubscribe now, please. Like subscribe, please.
I never.
I thought they said it, and they
I
all
never
switched.
sworn one of
We didn't
y'all-
see
one of
that.
the two of y'all said
No,
that.
we didn't see potential. I don't see potential.
Potential's not guaranteed.
Yeah, I appreciate economic security. That's all.
Nah, they said it. They said it. Bro, they really said it, bro. Even I heard it, bro. Like really, guys. Be for real, Jubilee. Like backtrack on that, bro. Like give us evidence when they said that. My
want. If you are secure as
God.
a man,
But what if you're in a field where like you're still studying, or it's something that you know that the payoff isn't immediate?
I wouldn't view that as potential, though. I mean, okay, you can, but honestly, if someone says, I'm going to school
What?
for psychology, when you graduate, if you want to become a psychologist, I know that you have to go and get a master's degree. 9 times out of 10, you have to go and get a doctorate degree to become a big breadwinner. Okay? I know that eventually you're leaving from that field of study and you are in the works of going and becoming economically secure. See, that's not potential to me. You are a musician, yes? And so you make money.
Yeah.
If you take on one extra person and they lose their job, do you think that you'll be able to carry you all's household? Soon. Okay, so myself listening to you, as I stated, if I talk to you as a friend, because that's how dating starts, I'm listening to you, and if you have enough charisma, I'll look at you and I'll say, okay, this is a man who I think will eventually become economically secure for us. See, I want to date someone who is economically secure for himself first. So that's what I'm thinking about
I'll
potential.
be honest, I don't believe any of this.
You don't
I think
believe
it
any
just
of
comes
this?
straight to just superficial stuff.
Superficial?
I mean, we live in a superficial society. Women only want the men with money.
Yeah, as they should.
Oh, thank you.
But isn't, I just
He's right. We live in a superficial world. We live in a capitalism. That's the that's the key here, right? Capitalism shouldn't exist. Money shouldn't exist. Why? It is not even real, bro. Like, and if we really want to take it a little bit further, because we are already over 1 hour, what I learned is there are two realities. All right. One reality is God made. The other reality is man made. What did the man create? What did thought create? What did the ego create? Technology, money, society, everything you see, probably like the phone, technology, right? Processed food, sugar, drinks, the lamp, like, you know what I mean? The PC, digital, like technology, yes. What else? House and so on and so forth. But these are the reality, basically, that is not as real as the real reality. You know what I mean? Like God's reality. That a table is made out of wood, which is a tree. The tree is the reality. The table is like the man made reality, which is not as real as the tree. You know what I mean? You know where I'm getting at? So you should differentiate between the real reality and the God reality, let's say, call it like that, and the man reality. because the man reality is going into a bad direction. Stay on the God reality, nature, uh, whatever, plants, fruits, and so on. Don't go for the other way. No, y'all are going to the other way. God didn't told you to make money. God didn't told you to work your butt off to be successful, to look. God told you to love all, to be on the same level, but y'all think y'all on another level. You have to be on my level, so I can be secure and more successful, more money to have the things need, I need, I want basically. And again, this is an ego thing. Thank you, brother, with the yellow vest on. You really, really understand it.
Let's just cut the BS. It's about money.
Yeah, it is. That should be the number
Yeah.
one thing when you're dating. That should be the first thing that you.
Why?
One of the
Materialism should
things.
be the number one thing.
It's not just materialism. It's that.
Yeah, if it's like that, I thought they were like educated and so on. I thought they are a little bit more, have more character to it, are not that superficial. Guess what they are? They are. It is about money. They said it. It is about money first. And it's not just materialism. She is smirking like, I know it's basically about money, and she is thinking like, uh, let me think of something which is not money that a man needs. I'm done with y'all.
It is
As a woman, we
That's
need
what
to
I'm saying.
know.
It's not just about money, but I
think
do
it is.
agree
It
it's
is just
important.
about money.
It's just a lot of
Money should
BS.
be the number one thing one of the top things that a woman should look at when she's dating.
It is the main
Look,
topic.
It is.
Saying,
It should be.
Are you saying one of or the most important?
The most important, yes.
I partially disagree because I think there are, kind of like we mentioned earlier, there are preferences. If you find someone that is interested in a certain characteristic that you have, perfect, great for you. And so we have these assumptions that, oh, all women are superficial. That is not the case. Absolutely.
Most.
Majority.
Okay, well,
Black women are not beating the case in that video. I promise you that, bro. Like, I promise you that. Like, they are exposing themselves, bro. Like, they started good, but then it's getting deeper and deeper, and they are getting more and more exposed, bro. Like, this is funny now. Like,
Yes,
that is.
I don't think that's what the numbers
Maybe
I
are
don't
what
care
you
about words. I
encountered.
care about actions. The actions say that women are superficial.
Maybe what you encountered, that may possibly be
I
the
think
case.
there will be a lot of men that will agree
However,
with me.
can you let me finish?
Yes.
Okay. Historically, if we look at the role of a man and we look at the role of a woman, that is what is proposed societally to us. And maybe it comes down to security. That is a very, very important thing within a relationship, within a community, within a society. Security is important. At the end of the day,
what is security to you? What kind of security you need? Because if you are making already that much money, there is already financial security, all right? If the man is making, let's say you are making 5K, the man is making 2K, so it's 7K. Financial security, it's secured. So what security are you talking now? It is not about security. It is about having more, having a better standard. You know what I mean? And it is superficial. You know, it is what it is. If you make 5K bands and you look past men who make less than you, so at least 5K for what? So you can go more on vacation, you can have more nicer things, materialistic. Again, bro. Like,
need money to put food on the table. Whether you're by yourself, whether
put food on the table with 5K. If you are successful, do you think you don't have any food on your table? Like, are you struggling with that? I don't think so.
you're in a relationship, whether you
Right.
have kids, right? Is that a concern?
My thing is, if you're dating someone strictly for money, I don't want to hear you getting angry about him sleeping around or him doing whatever.
The
If
men
you
with
married
no
him-
money do the
Cheap.
same thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's a species topic we're talking about. That's a
The men with
species.
no money
then we
have less
say-
options to
The man with no money have less options.
do that.
And more time.
My point, what I'm saying is
But
like,
do the men with no money really have the option
What is it,
to
man?
sleep around with a lot of women?
Yes, 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 he has. It's really about the time, you know. If he has a lot of time in his hands, he is broke. But he is handsome, really good looking. You know, he's going to the gym 24/7. Guess what? He is hoeing around.
Yes.
Yes, we
They
see it all the
do,
time.
because it's a lot of women who have less money than no money. And if you are a man who has no money, but you're with a woman who has money, you have money, because that's how women are.
That also goes back into validation. With you guys saying that's a bad man if he doesn't have X, Y, Z, then you also need to look at why does a man need to be emasculated for not being where he wants to be.
And if you're a wealthy man and you want other women, get into a polygamous relationship. You do not have to cheat.
But it's kind of like common sense in modern times that men
And you
Y, Z, then you also need to look at why
Wait,
does
what?
have money, because that's how women are.
That also goes back into validation. With you guys saying that's a bad man if he doesn't have X, Y, Z, then you also need to look at why does a man need to be emasculated for not being where he wants to be.
And if you're a wealthy man and you want other women, get into a polygamous relationship. You do not have to cheat.
But it's kind of like common sense in modern times that men at the top 10% that most women want are generally like that and have options. And they're not going to settle for just one woman.
So why portray as if you want one woman?
Who
I
said
don't think they do.
portray? Who said
I
they
don't think
portray as
do.
they want one
It's
woman?
not a secret.
Most men go to that level just so they can get the amount of women.
It's a complete double.
Mm. He's talking the truth, bro. He's talking the truth, bro. Like, really? For me though, it is also in my on my list. You know what I mean? If I am financially free, first of all, of course, it is family first. Family is first, then me, and then beautiful ladies. You know what I mean? Like, I want to enjoy now then too. You know, after the work that I put through these videos, first family, then me, and then the beautiful ladies. Yes, sir. But wait. What is over that? All over that is influencing humanity in the right direction. That's what I really trying to do with these kind of videos, you know? Sometimes I'm bashing a little bit too crazy because I know it's just the ego talking, you know, a really big ego. When there are really big ego, basically I want to destroy them. You know, like they should die, not they, but oh wait, my bad. The ego should die. If your ego dies, there is something beautiful happening. And maybe you will understand it that you are nothing. If the ego dies, you are nothing. And that's the beautiful part, you know what I mean? For as of now, most of the times when you see me on videos, I, I am in the spiritual ego, just so you know that. But it's still the ego at the end of the day, but just a little bit spiritual and whatever it is, you know?
Standard, but I think it is the reality that I think men want the idea of this woman is only having sex with me because men
Territorial.
Yeah,
Dominant.
exactly. Yeah, again, this is a double standard, not excusing this, but you know, the amount of men who are obsessed with a woman being a virgin, but also wanting them to be this like sexual dominatrix as well, complete idiocy. But yeah, I think unfortunately, men would rather know that their women are only sleeping with them, but then they are happy to give it out wherever.
I disagree. I think men just want, obviously, they want their women to only be sexual with them, not with other men. And I don't think that's stupid or idiotic in any way.
Well, I just think it's a double standard because if we expect ourselves to be able to put it out anywhere, then I think it would be fair.
There's a
It
reason
depends
why.
the person, depends the kind of guy you're talking about.
There's a reason why
Same
women
about
can
women.
get pregnant by one man every 9 months.
The kind of guy you're talking about.
There's a reason why
Same
women
about
can
women.
get pregnant by one man every 9 months, but a man can get multiple women pregnant.
Oh,
all
of
at
course,
once.
yeah. Evolution-wise, yeah, we want to throw it everywhere we can, but I think for modern relationships, that doesn't necessarily work.
I just wonder, do most women want to sleep with multiple
I just want to do most women want to sleep with multiple.
people the way most men want to sleep with multiple people? I think,
Now
do they
why
want
do
the
you-
same
why do you-
things?
why do
I
you
would say
feel the need
yes.
to want?
They do it.
I just think that men, a lot of guys intrinsically, when they have more options, they want to exercise them versus I think a lot of women, a lot of time, when they're committed to one person, would rather just be with that one person.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you.
They're committed to one person, would rather.
Why she looks like that though? Like she's the most masculine, maybe. You know, like she would beat me up to a pulp, bro. Like straight up. Like I don't have any chance.
Rather just be with that one person.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in months.
Yeah,
No ads,
What's her
bro.
taste,
No
Megan?
ads. No
Has
ads.
best
No
friend
ads.
found?
No ads.
OnlyFans and hookup culture have
Oh, what is that accent? Hookup culture? That is Indian, bro.
OnlyFans and hookup culture have ruined modern dating.
OnlyFans and hookup culture have ruined modern dating. Wait a minute. Um, let's say it like this, right? Modern dating is basically pretty bad already. Like modern dating with um modern dating with the apps, you know, with the dating apps with social media, bro. Especially social media and the dating apps. Well, all right, especially social media. Bro, they look perfect. They have to look perfect. In the photos, they have to look perfect to at least consider you, bro. Like you basically need to catfish, bro, sometimes. That they consider swiping right. Like if you don't put in the work with your photos like me, you know, guess what? They are not swiping right. And I'm talking about experience, guys. Um OnlyFans and hookup culture, not only that, but also the adult industry. You know what I mean? Con. Oh, thank God.
I would say that it has really completely destroyed dating relationships. It's really sad, but it has definitely watered down a lot of things too. I'm seeing that, women they're waiting to turn 18 and then hopping on OnlyFans, that's really just a reflection of how the culture is. I think it shows a really bad reflection on how the culture is, and it's really sad in my personal opinion. I think it's disgusting.
My last
Yeah.
long-term.
Oh, thank God, bro. Bro, first of all, if you even subscribe to an OnlyFans, it doesn't even matter which one, you are a strip. A strip. You are a simp. You might just be an incel. You might just be retarded. Like, there is just no way you are paying for digital videos and photos just because it is a celebrity or an influencer or just turned 18, where I'm like, oh God, bro. God, do you see that right now? Jesus, do you see that? Allah, like Muhammad, do you see that right now? Like what they are doing right now? Like, this is crazy. And this is the path we are going. Who invented hookup culture? Man made reality. Who invented OnlyFans? Man made reality. God didn't invent that. Choose God reality, alright? Stay connected with nature. Stay connected with water only, please. Fruits and vegetables. Sun and the sky. You know what I mean? Like, it is not that difficult, but we did everything so difficult, bro. Like, the society is man-made. What the society wants and so on, it's all man-made. Cars, glasses, headset, pullover. Like, to be honest, we all should walk around naked, in my opinion.
relationship, which is also why I've been single as long as I have been. He was subscribing to OnlyFans girls, because porn's one thing. He was subscribing to OnlyFans girls.
She's like, I know what you're talking about. Like, my man used to do that too. Guess what? Y'all mans are Sims. All right, enough today.
Because porn's one thing. Porn's one thing. It's like, I see it as it's a scenario based, it's general. You're not looking up a specific girl versus you're following.
No, because there are corn stars, and some look at specific girls. Shout out to Kim Kardashian. Shout out to uh Mia Khalifa. Shout out to Riley Reid. Shout out to all right, I don't remember anymore, and I don't want to be too freaky, getting too freaky. Like I know everything, but con addiction is a real thing. We have to talk about it also.
A specific girl while you're in a relationship as well,
Paying
paying for it, logging into her live cams, like this, it's like, versus you're following a specific girl while you're in a relationship as well, paying for it, logging into her live cams, like this, it's like, that's a whole thing. And it's not counted as cheating in a lot of men's eyes because you're not physically touching anybody. But you might as well be. It's a fantasy. Unfortunately,
Mm, I agree. I agree. That's you could call that cheating, yeah.
one of the first things I do when I go on a first date, I am gonna look at who you're following. Because on Instagram, it's public. If I see
She's crazy. She's crazy also. She's crazy. She on the first date, you are grabbing my phone and you straight up look who I follow? I mean, you can, but after that, it's over for you. Like, of course, you are single for like a long time already. You know what I mean? Like,
a
bro,
guy is following all these like big booty Latina, ass, all these like big booty Latina, ass.
now I really like. I still wanna date a black woman. Just to see like how it is. Also, a big booty Latina. You know what I mean? Like we man, and I'm talking for all at least straight men. And I'm talking for all straight men. We love ourselves some Latina. You know what I mean? Praise to the Lord for Latinas.
Got a problem, shut it down.
You're not supposed to have this much access to these sexual women in general. In a relationship, it's really hard when you have so much access, easy access to link and meet up with the people who do OnlyFans, who are on Instagram showing ass, ass, ass. And I do want to kind of side with men on this. I don't have a problem with men liking other women's pictures and following women on Instagram solely. I'm in a relationship. Finding that common ground is important, but I just feel like, no, I'm not going to make you unfollow all these women from social media, because you have to be strong whether you see them in person or you see them on the streets.
Do you guys think you could date someone who has, for you guys as well, do you think you could date someone who has OnlyFans and like is successful?
No.
What do they do?
Depends.
I don't know. Do you, okay.
He's like, depends. If I'm on these videos too, then it's okay. Bro. Bro, you are, bro. Nah, bro. Like, I don't like this guy also. And when I say I don't like this guy, I don't like his ego, personality, character. You know what I mean? Like, if I would ever have a girlfriend again and so on, she, like, there's no way she will have an OnlyFans. And I don't care how many years we are together. If she decides to make an OnlyFans, it's over. Like, straight like that.
Let's start off with they just post pictures, they don't have sex with anyone.
What kind of picture?
What kind of pictures? Yeah.
Naked pictures.
No.
Hold on.
No. F that.
Feet pictures.
Okay, feet pictures.
My- Like, what are you all talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Please.
That's cool.
If you're posting some,
Naked pictures.
no.
Hold on. Feet pictures.
Okay, feet pictures. That's cool.
If you're posting
Bro, this guy is freaky as hell, bro.
some foot pictures, whatever, man, go get it.
Because we're talking about OnlyFans from the subscriber perspective. I always wonder, what if you met someone who you're like, she's really cool, great personality, very attractive, but her job is OnlyFans.
You'd be setting yourself up for failure.
Why do you think so?
Look at
Now let the wise man talk.
her character. You don't think she's gonna not cheat on you?
I don't know.
I don't think
$1
it
million
means
She will
subscriber.
Let me explain, all right? You are basically selling your body. It doesn't matter if it's physically or digitally. It's just like she said, it doesn't matter if you look at a woman in digital, like social media and so on, or OnlyFans, you basically cheat, all right? So with it's physical and digital cheating, basically. You know what I mean? And also it is physical or digital selling your body. And you are selling your body, guess what? You are uh you know what I mean. WHORE. Straight up.
I don't
It's
think
a major red flag.
I got you a Rolls Royce.
Major red flag.
Not necessarily. It doesn't necessarily mean, though, if you're an OnlyFans creator, that you would cheat. And it depends. It's all circumstantial, and it's like it depends. If
will
she's
cheat.
sleeping with other people, I'm still.
Like, it's more likely. Let's call it like that, all right? Like, it's more likely because this is your job, all right? And let's say you have a fight with your man, but you have a schedule on OnlyFans that you have to do something or something like that. You will find somebody. You have some backup plans ready. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? This is your job. Like, you think she only had one man who is ready and is her whatever boyfriend or whatever. No, she has multiple guys ready to make videos with her. You know what I mean? Like, let not. All right.
talking. If she's sleeping with other people, I mean, yeah, then she's sleeping with other people on camera. But most of the OnlyFans creators that I've heard about, all their content is by themselves. So I don't think it, again, I don't think it directly means being an OnlyFans creator would mean you're gonna cheat.
In the sense of someone who's posting pictures, she may not have just had someone in her life to tell her like, hey, you should want to keep that for yourself.
Would she
and
listen?
who
Would she listen to that?
will she listen? I mean, I grew up hearing that. I'm not on OnlyFans. We're speaking about me, but I'm just saying in general, some women who are in the sex culture, who are in pornography, there's the disconnect between self and
I know a
sexuality.
lot of women in that culture.
Do you think that feminism played a role in any of this?
I mean, the liberation of like
Women.
free choice, do what you
Yes.
want.
Get
you
back
shouldn't
at
face
men.
repercussion. I mean, I wouldn't
I like that. If that's like a, oh my God, wait. Is that like the middle ground, the title middle ground? Is it like a talk like that? If it is that, then I really enjoy that because it is 1 hour 45 minutes in, and we are at 32 minutes. Let's
say
go.
get back at men per se, but I think it's.
But that's
something
dangerous to
interesting.
say that's what feminism
not
is
about men.
about and where it stems
Pretty
from.
much is today. It's pretty much they just want to be able to do whatever they want and have no
Wait, let's see.
Get back at men per se, but
women.
free choice, do what you want.
Any of this?
I mean, the liberation of like
Women.
free choice, do what you
Yes.
want.
Get
you
back
shouldn't
at
face
men.
repercussion. I mean, I wouldn't say get back at men per se, but I think it's.
But that's
something
dangerous to say
interesting.
that's what feminism
not
is
about
about
men.
and where it stems
Pretty
from.
much is today. It's pretty much they just want to be able to do whatever they want and have no consequences to their actions.
I think that's an umbrella.
Yeah, I feel like you cite a lot of things too that don't really have backing as well, and you make a lot of broad statements.
Are there true?
No backing at all. Like, come on, come on, speak, brother, speak.
True though.
I think feminism maybe played a part in it, but I don't think it's the reason why women are on OnlyFans.
I agree.
Right?
I think it's
I think it
capitalism.
plays
more.
Oh, it is feminism plus capitalism. More capitalism but then also feminism comes in. But also, if you make OnlyFans, I'm telling you, if you are not mentally ready for that, your health will get destroyed. Like mental health will get destroyed, straight up.
I think it plays a big role.
It's
No, it
modernity.
does. It does. I mean,
Women
this.
wanting independence, OnlyFans being the
Yeah, and
easy
it-
way
No,
out.
no, I agree. It's this whole idea that
10K
like
a month. Tell me
again,
you're
sexual
doing-
revolution, capitalism. It's the fast food,
Capitalism, yeah.
make money basically. Prostitution is
Right.
the oldest profession. I think.
Yeah, I was just
when-
about to solely because you brought up prostitution, but before now, women weren't allowed to have bank accounts. If you did not have a husband or a man taking care of you, what were you left with? I don't think that it's because of feminism.
Yeah.
We have to be very careful with how we're speaking about that term, although I know that there's a lot of controversial things
Then all the feminists are coming at me like, oh my God, bro.
about feminism, but I don't believe that OnlyFans is a result of feminism.
Yeah, I wasn't saying as a result. I
Definitely
was saying like
stems
it
from
plays
that,
a
I think.
majority.
Yeah,
of
definitely
But
it.
if
stems
from a big
prostitution
role.
is the oldest job in the world, then it predates,
It predates feminism.
So I would say, to your point, it is because social media has become such a way to earn money quickly that then prostitution has just
a logical-
evolved.
I would say that's all of that.
conclusion.
I would say
Yeah.
it's a combination of all of that, not just one or the other, but both.
Prostitution, I think before it was still kind of taboo. I don't know if OnlyFans is as taboo as like a traditional prostitute. When COVID started, I think like the amount of girls I knew who were just regular girls, like, oh, join my OnlyFans.
Hard times may leave you on the street.
Teachers, everything.
Survival mode.
Yeah, survival. You know, honestly, it's just honestly, it was very dangerous to be a prostitute during COVID, and so all right, we're gonna try to do something that's.
Wait, so to get out of survival mode, shouldn't we be finding ways to get together so there's two incomes and not one?
But you just said you wouldn't want to be with a woman that.
So maybe,
Is in survival
so
mode right
maybe like don't join OnlyFans, but find someone to
Lower-
like,
lower your standards, like,
They're
find
not,
someone
they're
to
not
get
going to
with.
lower their
man, lower your standards. Please lower your standards. I'm not the prettiest. I'm not the most beautiful man. I know that, bro. But please lower your standards, bro. I just need like one chance. Like, please, bruh. Girls, like, please lower your standards. Like, your standards are really that high. Like, I don't have no chance whatsoever in nowadays society, which is fine because if your standards are so high, I probably don't even want to date you. You know what I mean? Like, but I still try though. I still try.
Standards.
Like,
They shouldn't have to though.
You don't have to. No, you don't.
I mean, I wasn't talking about someone to,
lower
like,
lower your standards. Like,
find someone
They're
to
not
get
gonna
with.
lower their standards.
like
They shouldn't have to though.
You don't have to. No, you don't.
I mean, I wasn't talking about standards. I was just saying like perception's reality. And then when you see a bunch of people that just kind of see just the girl down the street starting an OnlyFans and it probably doesn't go anywhere, but now like you've made this life decision and now everyone saw that, just makes you wonder where we are as a society.
Everything now is just oversharing
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
this culture. So I think again, it's just like a natural, like, people share every single sexual story. People share every single like whatever thing. So I think people are like, well, I'll just share my body because that's the same as a story.
But do you guys feel like men?
Yeah, man. Wait. Why is it? All right. Maybe okay, not maybe that much, but society is. I told you the path we are going, man-made path. We are going the man-made path. If we are still going the man-made path, it will go worse and worse and worse. Go to the God's path. All right. I think that will be like my new thing to say. Don't go to man-made path. Go to the God path. Nature, water, fruits, vegetables. Again, I would tell you that now in every video, bro. Like, please.
Play a role in women getting online and showing their body off?
yes,
Yeah, there's a market
yes,
for it.
100%.
We play a role in what you do with your bodies.
You buy it.
We should take accountability of the fact
Yeah. There are men who are buying that, and this is a problem. If there would be not such a big market for it, guess what? OnlyFans wouldn't be as big as it is, but it is that big. So what does that mean? Who are buying the OnlyFans most of the time? Like, let's be really, really, really real. It is men. Unfortunately, it is men who are buying the OnlyFans, and bro, like, what does society came to, bro? Like, there is no way, bro. Even in Germany, when I was a chef, we had one guest, um, who talked about it with his friends, and he said, "Yeah, like, do you know OnlyFans, guys? Oh, no, well, not. Do you know Corinna Kopf? I have her OnlyFans." And I was just listening, and I was like, "Yeah, you are cooked, bro." Like,
that there are lonely men that are creating a market for this. Like we can't complain about something that exists if there is a market for it. That said though, I don't think we should take accountability for the fact that the men are lonely.
I have felt more judged by black people than any other.
I have felt more judged by black people than any other race. Damn. Okay.
Other race.
I can say I felt more judged by black people because I grew up inner city, then I moved from the inner city to the suburbs. And so when I would come around like my black family or black friends from the inner city, they would be like, "Oh, you talk white," or "Oh, you act white," or if I say I want to go swimming today, "Oh, black people don't go swimming." They
And that's your own family members. That is crazy, bro. And that is sad, first of all. That is also sad. But the thing with the swimming is just funny because it's a stereotype that black people can't even swim. You know what I mean? And guys, let the stereotypes behind, and let's not do the things all the time, like black the new generation of black people, please learn how to swim, okay? Just swim. Learn how to swim. It's okay. Of course, I understand, like, most of the times, like, for what do you need to swim? You know what I mean? Like, most of the times you really should be on land, you know, but sometimes it's like it can be dangerous because, well, there's sea and so. I mean, no, I take it back. I'm sorry. We should all learn how to swim. Yes, 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 yes.
Would like make comments that would just make me feel like super like, damn.
And why it's so hard for black people to support other black people? Oh, University of South Carolina. Shout out to Duke Dennis, my big bro.
Like judged.
I experienced that a lot when I first moved to Memphis from Chicago at 5. Throughout all my life, I was always the different kid. In school, they would say you talk white, and it still continues. Like, people see me, my friends back home in Memphis, they see me surfing and stuff. They see me doing things that you don't usually see black people doing, and they say you trying to be white, when really I'm just trying to explore life.
Right.
Yes. Like crazy, bro. Like, you can't even serve as a black guy, and other black people judge you for that, bro? Like, this is crazy to me.
I'm like, what does it even mean to be like, oh, you talk white?
Speaking like a normal, articulate person.
Exactly.
I think it comes from the stereotype that black people are uneducated. So when you sound articulate, you sound educated, they're like, damn. Because I get that all the time. I went to a white private school, half of middle school, high school, all of college. It sucked to be in predominantly white communities where even the black people were saying the same thing as the white people to you.
It takes a real toll on you because when people were telling me that, like saying you talk white, I would try to change the way I talk and try to fit in. And I was speaking ghetto, that Memphis accent. You hear me? You're like I would talk like.
And that's not normally how you talk.
And luckily, I got rid of it and went back to speaking
To
the
who
way
you are.
I really was.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's like crabs in a barrel mentality.
Definitely.
And it's kind of like, okay, what can we relate over? And that is the struggle within the black community. There's certain like experiences in which we find commonality or common ground. And when we see someone with a more established upbringing, like you guys were mentioning, like if someone goes to private school, I went to private schools, or it's your whitewash. Why do we associate success or being knowledgeable or speaking a certain way with being white?
To hold ourselves accountable within the black community would be to stop judging each other on our level of quote unquote blackness, because that is where I do think the issue is stemming from. And I think within our community, if we're telling me, oh, you're an Oreo, because like really? No, I'm educated. We need to stop talking down to each other.
What they mean by that is you are white, half black. You are an Oreo, basically. You know what I mean? Not that you are educated, probably, maybe. I don't know.
Because we have those qualities. It's not a bad thing to be articulate.
I think that's the majority, and we're the minority, sadly. It's like we gotta leave them on the plantation.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Can we have the disagreeer step forward?
I would say that is an issue within the black community where they try to say you're not black because you sound a certain way. I think that's ridiculous. Like, we're black because we're black, right? But yeah, like I tune a lot of that stuff out. It's just if I can't use it to do something that will better my life, it does not matter to me. And I think because of that, I disconnect from a lot of black women and some black people because I don't like being a victim. I cannot be a victim. I'm like, what is the issue? Let's work on the issue. Yeah, it might be a little harder, but that's fine. You know, there's no growth without opposition. So it's like, let's just go.
Let me ask you all a question. Are people still telling you all, you talk white? Is that an experience that you're all experiencing now?
Yeah.
Right now?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Wow. I have the ability to code switch.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I can definitely, you know, like it's a switch for me. So I haven't had anyone say, oh, you talking white. You know, it's more so like, you going somewhere. I've heard that my whole life from our community. I hate to use the word code switching because I know slang, but that's our language within the community. But outside of that, like, you going somewhere. I've heard that my whole life from our community. I hate to use the word code switching because I know slang, but that's our language within the community. But outside of that, I am a very intelligent individual, so I know that I need to speak and not use Ebonics so that you'll be able to understand me. And I think that in itself outlines the fact that I feel more judged by those outside of my culture, outside of our race, than inside.
Walking around in society, I'm automatically judged by people who are not black because I'm black, and they have an expectation if I'm not dressed properly,
Wait.
if because I'm black. Society, I'm automatically judged by people who are not black because I'm black, and they have an expectation if I'm not dressed properly, if I don't carry myself a certain way. And I understand that. To your point, like, I refuse to be a victim, so I'm going to, like, okay, whatever it is, like, I'm going to present myself the best way possible so that I know I might be judged a little bit walking through the door, but at least I'm giving myself an opportunity. But yeah, I think black people, at least we might give each other crap for, like, being different, but at least I feel like we always have each other, always. Most of the time, we have each other's.
I see you. He said always have each other. And then he's like, always. Wait, always is never, it's never always, basically. So, almost all of the time. My brother. He might be like, I like how aware some of them are, really. You know what I mean? Like, he is really aware. And the one with the yellow vest on, you know what I mean? They are really aware. And also with the glasses, I don't know about this guy, to be honest.
Back,
Yeah.
I think, as black
I
people.
don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't
I've-
think so.
That's a
Especially not a
major-
black man with a black woman.
You don't think so?
No.
I feel like we always have each other, always. Most of the time, we have each other's back, I think, as black
I
people.
don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't
I've,
That's a
Especially not a
major-
black man with a black woman.
you don't think so?
No.
I
Now, she probably got really bad experiences. You know what I mean? Wow. Like, that is in your culture? Like, y'all are even admitting it? Well, okay. In the Asian community, guess what? Asians judge Asians also, like, quite a lot. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like, family members, family members, what I'm saying? Family members, especially, you know what I mean? Especially family members, like, they are going crazy. They judge you right when you come to the door, through the door. You know what I mean? And it's not. It's just. It's not like it can be the aunt or uncle. If you don't look like you looked before, it's like, huh? Did you got fatter? Did did you lost weight? And did you wait? You didn't. You look different. Like, what is it? Like, it's like straight up already looks, and then it comes with the work. Like judging work or grades and so on. And I'm like, bro, what is going on, bro? Like, I wasn't born for getting this kind of BS.
I think I agree. I agree there because I think that when black people at school said that I talked white, and especially with a British accent, it's even more like white. It was always more, like you say, it was kind of just like, we're in the community together. I feel like when the white people would say stuff, it was like the true attack. The girl, talking of oversharing in this modern world, the girl that I lost my virginity to, white girl, and a few weeks after, she was asking my friend about me, and she was like, does he consider himself white or black? And then my friend was like, he's black. And she's like, oh, that's a shame, because I'd only date a white guy, but at least I can tick a black guy off my list. And that's like my first ever like real sexual experience. When it was the black women in dating saying you talk white, you're too middle class, whatever it is, then that was just like, okay.
Wait,
yeah,
what did
he's
she
black.
say?
And she, white girl, and a few weeks after, she was asking my friend about me, and she was like, does he consider himself white or black? And then my friend was like, he's black. And she's like, oh, that's a shame, because I'd only date a white guy, but at least I can tick a black guy off my list. And that's like my first ever like real sexual experience. When it was
That is what is wrong with her, bro? What? She's basically uh SLUT. You know what I mean? Like there is no way she said at least I can take black guy off my list. Wow. Wow.
the black women in dating saying you talk white, you're too middle class, whatever it is, then that was just like, okay, yep, just we are different parts of the same community. When white women and other partners who would be like, you're not meeting my dad, because he would never let me date a black guy, that felt like way more cutting.
In a sense, it's a fetish. And we have to be careful about that because as a black woman, you're a black man, I'm around black men. You're not a fetish for me because you are a part of my community. And so I disagree with for myself, my experiences, the black community has fully supported me. But I think when you expand outside of your, right in your face community, you'll realize that there are a lot of black women that are just rooting for black women because they're black. I mean, we can think about the election in
Yeah, I can definitely
itself.
say environment because when I lived in Atlanta, it was nothing but like black support, black love, everybody's helping each other. You don't see too many black men with white women there.
I carry my
My bad. I'm sorry. I carry my parents' relationship patterns. Oh my God, bro. Oh, okay. Let's go. Let's go.
parents' relationship patterns.
So I just had a baby, he's 4 months. And I have a partner, we're in a relationship. But I do tell him often that my mom and my dad never married. And so marriage is not my top priority. Although I want to be married, it's not the end all be all. I think that some people are raised and they've seen their parents married, like I have to be married. I don't feel that way. And I do believe in healthy co-parenting. My parents were healthy co-parents. You would have thought they were brother and sister. So I do believe that if our relationship ends, I would be okay. I am open to being a co-parent.
So I'm in the middle with this one actually, but I was leaning more towards agree with the statement. I definitely learned unhealthy relationship habits from my parents, and they're actually the model, hi mom and dad, the model of a relationship that I am trying to avoid, and they're the reason why I know like your partner is sorry after seeing how my parents is sorry
What happened?
and they're the reason why I know like your partner is sorry after seeing how my relationship that I am trying to avoid, and they're the reason why I know like your partner is sorry after seeing how my parents' relationship was, I learned your partner is the number one choice, life-altering choice you could make in your life.
Absolutely.
With my family dynamic, it's just a little unique because the dad I call dad is my stepdad.
Yeah.
My biological father is incarcerated. He's also black. So my stepdad I call
What is that? Incarcerated. Incarcerated. In jail? Yeah, okay.
dad has been in my life since I was 1. Is incarcerated. He's also black. So my stepdad I call dad has been in my life since I was 1. But so with that, I would say my father being black, my mom being white. Now that I'm an adult, I can see there was a power dynamic in their relationship. And like I mentioned, I did grow up on the white side of my family. I didn't know until I started dating how differently I had grown up from other kids. I talk back to my parents because that's what they do to me.
Call them names.
Yes. So when I got my first boyfriend, he was like, "What in the hell are you doing?" And I genuinely did not know. Back to my parents because that's what they do to me.
Call them names.
Yes. So when I got my first boyfriend, he was like, "What in the hell are you doing?" And I genuinely did not know until I got into my first relationship, like, whoa, that's not healthy. You can't just be screaming at your partner all the time. That's not normal. And I thought that was normal because that's what I grew up around.
I think
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if I have like relationship patterns, um, let me think.
mine is pretty much exactly that, unlearning, because yeah, my parents, their relationship was at a very loud volume, and it was a lot of aggression, passive aggression. Like I got to see them like fall out of love to lead to their divorce, and my dad had my brother and sister from his first marriage, so like I think talking about inheriting patterns, I always like expected that I would have biological kids, step kids, adopted kids. I always have expected that every single relationship will at some point die and just you will never speak to that person.
Mm, the thing is now, I know. It's not like I took the relationship pattern, but when my parents got divorced, right? Why did I wanted to marry? Because I said I would do it better, that I don't get divorced, and have a happy family and so on. Like, this is what I wanted. This is what I really wanted to show them, basically. Like, it's not, I don't think that I took the same relationship pattern, but it's more like I wanted to do it better. But nowadays, it's like I understand what marriage is. You don't have the freedom anymore that you had before because you chose a partner that you say you love, only this particular person for the rest of your life. And you will be by this person with this person for the rest of your life. And you solidify that with children. But nowadays we see it doesn't matter if you marry. It doesn't matter if y'all have kids together. And if y'all fight, a lot of times the divorce is coming faster than you could say, I'm sorry, bro. Like, it is what it is. And I am now aware also I can't decide how my wife is. I can choose as with my best capabilities, but I cannot say we don't have any fights. I can't say that she won't cheat. You know what I mean? Like there is no way that I can predict that, and I can make sure of that. I just can't. So that's why I'm like, nah, it's all good. It is what it is. So it's not happening to me, divorce and so on. And of course, I don't want to have kids live, my kids, when I would have kids, live in such a world, bro. Like, there's just no way.
Again. So yeah, I think I've been just inherited all of those patterns, like you, trying to unlearn them now. But yeah, that was like my whole childhood.
We might be half brother and sister. Don't go on Ancestry DNA.
Yeah, y'all are both half white, half black. I understand.
I don't remember all the circumstances in which my parents got divorced. I don't remember. I know some of it, but I was pretty young back then. But what I do know is how much the divorce impacted me just growing up and not having
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand you, brother.
my dad in the house for years. Like developmentally, I think just obviously my mom did a great job, right? But as a single mom, there's only so much I think she could do, and having my dad
Yeah, 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 yeah. Talk to me.
in a different state a lot of the time, not having that male presence around really impacted my maturity. Number one, my ability to be disciplined. I think how I interacted with women in a lot of ways, I think, was impacted by not having that positive sort of male role model close in my life, involved in my life. And so I say this to say, like, I've followed the relationship model insofar as that I want to get married at some point. But after seeing how that happened and how that impacted me, that's why I view marriage so important and never want my kids to have to experience that. Like, I want to be in my child's life as much as humanly possible.
I definitely agree with what you're saying. So I know that it may have came off like, oh, we could be a co-parent today, but I don't feel that way. I just feel like most times when people get in these relationships and they have children out of wedlock, or they're married and they get a divorce, it's the end of the world. They don't want to work towards something better. They don't want to work for the betterment of the child. And so for me, that is the inherent view that I have, that the child is important. You have to put whatever you have aside and make sure that child is in the forefront. It can't be the end of the world for you. You can't hate this person because you created something so beautiful with them. But I do want to be married. I would love to marry my partner in this sense. But I think that my mom, this is something that I'm unlearning. My mom is the black woman. I don't need a man. I pay the bills in here. But my dad would help regardless. He could have a woman, he could have a girlfriend, but he would help towards the household. He would help her if she needed anything. He was her first call. And so I think the way I view dating is that.
My mom left her whole family for men over and
Whoa. Whoa. My mom left her whole family for men over and over.
over again. So she put a man above all else. That's kind of how I carried myself in primary, like the first relationships I had.
Oh dear Lord, yeah. Bad parenting. Let's not talk about bad parenting nowadays because we really should have tests, bro. We really should have tests who can be a parent or not, bro. Like, there is just no way, bro. Like, there is no way. Like, condoms should be for free because some human beings are just not capable of having kids. Like, it should be illegal for some to have kids, bro. Like, come on.
I fully poured into them, not myself, because I was like, well, they're gonna take care of me. That's what my mom's doing.
Right. But I also want to know, why does the black community not hold marriage to like a high standard?
We did when we had
Not hold marriage to like a high standard.
we did.
The black community not hold marriage to like a high standard.
You're asking it now, black community, and looking only to the black man.
We did when we had the most discrimination, racism, and when times were the worst for us back in the civil rights era, we were getting married at a much higher rate and staying together.
I'm telling you, it's not just the black community, all right? It is all of us, human beings. Why are we not getting married so much anymore? Why is the divorce rate so high? Why do we cheat so often nowadays? I'm telling you, bro, like, guys, man made reality is screwing us so hard, bro. Like, online dating, guess what? Social media, guess what? It is so easy to find somebody else and cheat with. And there is now even a fetish, right? If you are with somebody, you know, and I heard, like, I saw it basically, the females are looking at you like they want you, like they are in such a crazy mind game nowadays. Yeah? If you are with somebody together and a girl, let's say she's single, sees you in the city holding hands with your girl and she's smiling at you, bro. She is smiling at you. She is checking out your social media. Like she is willing to take, well, she is willing to, destroy a relationship for her own satisfaction, and pleasure. Like, this is crazy, bro. Like, they want you to cheat, bro. Like, this is crazy.
Than we are now. And so that's why I was asking, like, how did it happen that from 50s and 60s, we ended up here to where things are regressing when things should be theoretically getting better because there's more access now.
I think back in
Because there is more access, bro. Like,
those times, it was a necessity. As a woman, being married was almost close to a necessity because of all the things you couldn't do as a woman. I think that's why we have degressed in a sense, and I think that it should be held valuable, but it's not. It will never be the necessity that it once was.
Can the disagree step forward?
We grew up with technology and stuff like that, so I've been shaped by so many other things and shows and experiences. I wouldn't say that it would be their relationship has shaped my relationship. I see a lot of issues that I know that I wouldn't want in my relationship if I were to get married. So I can't say that it does, no.
I probably should have agreed because I look at my parents' relationship and I learned like what not to do and what to do.
Right.
Like, they raised me out of wedlock. They were never together once I was born. My dad was in my life, but honestly, I love him to death, but he's a piece of shit. Watching from
you are not talking, like, you are really saying, I love him to death, but in the same sentence, you are saying, but he's a piece of poop. But I understand, bro. I understand, really. Yeah, I understand.
but how they were together. I'm doing the total opposite. I have to stick with my partner forever if we're gonna have a kid,
Right.
no matter what.
Growing up, I
With my partner forever if we're gonna have a kid,
Right.
no matter what.
growing
Bro, I just said the same thing, bro. Really. Crazy. But nah, I'm not there anymore. Yeah.
up, I have had other father figures. And I'd say even throughout those relationships, my mom has been consistent and she's always been very mindful of who she introduced to me. My mom never argued with anyone in front of me. She never had any disputes. So everything to me in the eyes of a child was perfect. And I feel like that is a very key and beautiful thing that a lot of people need to keep in mind and maintain.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
So, because we're speaking about parents and dating habits, do you think you all levitate towards individuals who've had this same experience with their parents and the same dating habits? So, for example, if you grew up in a house with a single mom, do you think you levitate towards men who also had a single mom?
In my personal experience, especially with my mom having left when I was 16, I've struggled in my romantic relationships with my significant others' mothers every single time. And for whatever reason, I don't know if it was me unintentionally gravitating towards men who had a really close relationship with their mom. Like, definitely have found myself struggling in those situations. Yeah.
Same as you. Maybe we are related.
Where's my dad?
I found that because my parents were screaming a lot of the time. When I'm with people whose families are more like happy, I'm like, why are you guys happy? I hate it. How come I can never have this? And I'll self-destruct, I'll crash out. So I really struggle. I think I go for people that have had different experiences to how I was raised, but I tremendously struggle with that.
I think that what we're missing within the Black community is spaces like this. And so now they've created this space, and now this is on the TV of those who want to watch it. Right. So it's up to us to advertise it.
All of our energy should be focused on going towards what our goal is as a community.
Right.
And then all the other extra stuff should just get put to the wayside for a second, so we can figure out where it is we want to be and get there together. I think that's kind of what we need to do. And having these conversations is how we figure out what those priorities are.
And there's people that's doing that, but unfortunately, this is just not popular.
Well, it's a mature message, and immaturity is really highlighted today and supported.
Yeah.
So it's a very mature message, and it's going to.
Yes, that's might be the thing I like about Jubilee. The people on there are, let's say, more mature than the YouTube videos I usually watch. You know what I mean? Like, I get recommended pretty like I understand like most of the viewers on YouTube still I would say are like um kids, you know, but also they are my like target, audience, um because I want them kids to do better than us basically. We do some of us, as we can see right here, are mature. Some are still not that much, you know what I mean? But some are mature enough to see like a lot of things, how it is, and they wanna talk about these kind of things. Maybe these are more my target, maybe, when I really start about the spiritual stuff, there are no reactions anymore. Or well, probably, maybe, yes, I don't know. I'm still figuring it out a little bit, but I started with reaction videos just only for the kids to recognize me, and hopefully I am changing their life for better, of course, because I feel like I am very worried about the kids nowadays with the smartphones and so on. Like, I really want them to be happy in life, like it's not about all the time watching videos, and also not my videos, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of everything, until you finally understand it, I don't want you to watch any kind of videos anymore. You know what I mean? Not even mine. Just be in nature, enjoy nature as much as possible. If you ever need something, my podcast will be ready someday. And then you will have really good, I hope so. I hope you have really good content from me. You get you feel like you get really good content from me, where you can pick the right podcast you need. For example, I have problems in the relationship or with family members and things like that. I will speak about it. And I really hope not just kids, of course, also adults, because to be honest, even if you are older than me or at the same age, around the same age, most of y'all are not, and this is my spiritual ego talking, are not as spiritual than me. You know what I mean? But in like reality, there is no ego. There is just basically consciousness, awareness, nothingness. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm tired. I walked again. I did some push-ups and so on, and that's my last video. It is 2 hours and 30 minutes long. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you watched until now, please make sure to like and subscribe. All right, we are just one subscriber left to the 50. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.